Hey, this is Knife Standards. Today I'm going to be doing my full review of the Artisan Cutlery Mini Arion. This is a White Mountain Knives exclusive, and we'll get into all that in just a second. But first, please follow me at Knife Standards. You can follow me on Instagram, and don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel for a lot more knife content and weekly knife reviews. All right, cool. So get this out of the way. And let's get into the knife. So again, this is the Mini Arion. They have a regular size Arion, which is this giant titanium frame lock, also a great knife, but it's just a little bit too large for my hands. This is a much better fit. Again, this is a White Mountain Knives exclusive, so they got together with Artisan Cutlery to make this smaller version happen. And you can only find this small version or this mini version at White Mountain Knives. If you don't know who they are, really excellent online knife store, online knife dealer, super cool people over there. Sometimes when I make my videos, the knife is not in stock, or it's hard to get, or they did a small drop, or there's only a few left, or whatever it is, but this is actually in stock right now as I'm making this video. This is in stock at White Mountain Knives. You can use my code KS to get a discount, and this thing goes for I think like $70 or $80. So it's definitely in the budget category, and this was one of my top 5 knives of the year of 2021, keeping really excellent company with the VBR, with the Rockwall, the OG from MBK, and of course the EMP EDC Nimble. So, you know, really holding its own with these much more expensive knives. I was really impressed with this. It is a liner lock, inset liner, which just means the scale protects the liner. The liner kind of sits in the scale, and there's a little cutout for my thumb. Lockup looks really solid, almost perfect for a liner lock. I can disengage, and then, oh my gosh, insane action. The D10 is dialed in. It's not too harsh. I can flick it out really easily, and a smooth, controlled close. I mean, it's just about drop shot. Very impressive for a knife this size. Normally, the larger knives or the bigger blade stock will have an easier time dropping shut, but this is just, I mean, this is a tiny knife, and it's just so smooth. Not only smooth on the deployment, but so smooth on the drop. Really excellent. So let's go ahead and talk about the materials. We have satin blade finish. You can see the Artisan Cutlery logo right there. It's a drop point blade. It's very pointy for a drop point, but it is a drop point. You have the kind of spidey hole right there to flick it or flip it. And you have coral micarta scales. To be honest, I'm not that crazy about micarta. I know all you micarta fiends are gonna leave some comments, but it just doesn't really do it for me. Usually I would prefer a really nice G10 or titanium or whatever it is, or carbon fiber. But this micarta feels amazing. And I was trying to figure out why. And they call it coral micarta. I think it's because they did something to it. I think it's they either sanded it down or they oiled it, something. It feels worn in already out of the box. As soon as I got it, I noticed that. And I was trying to figure it out for a couple days why I like this so much. There's still a little bit of grip, a little bit of texture, but it's not going to tear up my hands. It does not feel rough. Some micarta you get and it feels like sandpaper. So this feels great. It's super smooth all around. The edges are chamfered. My only critique is on the bottom edge. This feels just a little bit unfinished. I'm sure most people won't even notice, but that's I'm kind of picky. That's what I do in my videos. So it is a little bit rough on the bottom edge, just for mine, for my Mini Arion. I don't know if that's the case for everyone. There's also some really nice internal milling. Let's see if we can see. Can you guys see that? It's a little hard to see, but you can see those three little milling pockets. Yeah, there we go. So some good internal milling. The blade steel is AR RPM 9, which is Artisan Cutlery's proprietary budget blade steel. It's supposed to be the best of both worlds with D2 and 14C28N. So it's supposed to kind of combine the best of both of those steels into one, which I think is great. I've had no issues with the steel. It's held up extremely well. We have this stupid serial number that Artisan Cutlery loves to use on their knives. I don't get it. And of course, you can see the little, can you see it? Yeah, made in China logo. So this is produced overseas, and it is an awesome knife. Really solid action. As far as ergos go, the only complaint that I have is I can feel just the edge of this deep carry clip. You know, this is a really nice clip. It's solid. It's stainless steel. It's not titanium. And I don't need a deep carry clip, but when they decide to use a deep carry clip, I look for that inset section where the screws and the clip sit into the scale. So definite points for Artisan Cutlery there. It's a little bit pointy, you know, when I'm holding the knife on this edge and on this edge. As far as the actual knife goes, Ergos Are Great. I mean, yeah, it's pretty comfortable. I do feel mostly the edge of the clip on the deep carry side, but overall it's pretty comfortable. You know, when I was carrying this knife, you barely feel it in pocket. It's super light, super comfortable to carry. If you're going for a hike or a run or something, this is definitely the knife to carry. It kind of disappears in your pocket. If you want, sometimes I want to feel the knife in my pocket and, you know that I have it. I would go with the VBR or something like that, a much, you know, heftier, heavier knife. But this thing is just, this weighs nothing. It's so light, so comfortable. And again, did I mention the action is crazy? As far as the close, whew, insane. I'm gonna keep repeating myself, but it really is insane action for a budget knife. Now, there is a lanyard hole that I will never use. I did disassemble this knife, oil it, cleaned it up a little bit, and adjusted the pivot. The action was great right out of the box. One thing that I did notice is the blade is off center, and this is after it was a little off center out of the box, and I actually adjusted it, and this is the best that I could get it while still maintaining minimal blade play and buttery smooth action. So do I care that it's off center? I mean, a little bit, but would I rather have an off center blade with insane action and no blade play or minimal blade play? Yeah, that doesn't bother me. If it's gonna, you know, if I can have 2 out of the 3, no blade play and great action, and the blade is off center, that's fine. I don't mind. Not a huge deal to me. Let's go ahead and do a size comparison. Bust out the VBR, which is a much larger knife. Bust out the Rockwall. So these are very similar. I think these are both 3-inch blades up top. Yeah, about 3 on the blade, 7 overall. Same thing for the mini Arion, and then for the VBR, we got about 3.5 on the blade and 8 overall. Go ahead and replace this with the Nimble. Similar blade shape, that kind of pointy drop point. Interesting ergos, you have that kind of finger groove, and very similar sized knives. Again, we got about 3 on the Nimble and almost 7 overall. So this is definitely a smaller knife. It's on the small side. Go ahead and get the Nimble out of the way, and we'll get the Rockwall out of the way. The Rockwall is also an inset liner lock or a nested liner, which I prefer to regular liners. And they actually They have a few different versions of the regular Arion, the much larger knife. They have a different color micarta, of course they have the titanium, and then they just came out with a full titanium version of the mini, which I think looks great. Of course the price jumps up for the full titanium. I think that if you're a titanium freak, yeah, get the full titanium version, but this micarta, I mean, it's affordable, 70, 80 bucks, super comfortable micarta, insane action, really good ergos. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of the clip, but they did do a great job of sinking the clip into the scale. There's good retention. It disappears in pocket. Ridiculous action. A really nice, solid knife, and one of my top 5 for the year. It's really been one of my go-to carries if I need something light and small, even a 5th pocket knife or a backup pocket knife. It's been my go-to. Really impressed with this guy. Now again, this is in stock right now at White Mountain Knives. Definitely check it out, and you can use my code KS for a discount. I really appreciate everyone watching. This has been my full review of the Artisan Cutlery White Mountain Knives exclusive mini Arion. Hope you guys enjoyed. This has been Knife Standards. I'll catch you later.